The number 4 Ohio State Buckeyes were back in the shoe for the first time following that heartbreaking loss against Oregon 2 weeks ago, and this was also the homecoming game for Ohio State as they were preparing to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Despite being a 25.5-point favorite, the game did not start out how the Buckeyes would want, with Will Howard getting sacked early on in the first quarter, forcing the Buckeye offense off of the field. But that Buckeye defense would give the Nebraska offense a run for their money, and things would get a bit chippy when JT Tuimoloau would get into a banter with the Nebraska tight end after the Cornhuskers couldn't get it going. Soon after that, true freshman wide receiver Jeremiah Smith would get it going for that Buckeye offense, followed by a successful catch by tight end G. Scott Jr., who would keep it going for the Buckeyes. Will Howard would then find wide receiver Carnell Tate for a successful 40-yard touchdown, putting the Buckeyes on the scoreboard first. Before the start of the second quarter, the 2014 national championship team would be celebrated in honor of the 10-year anniversary of their national championship win, and we would see former head coach Urban Meyer be carried off of the field by his former team. Before halftime, the Cornhuskers would try to make it into the end zone, but Denzel Burke would put a huge stop to that, forcing Nebraska to settle for a 39-yard field goal, making the score 7-3. The Buckeyes would then start the second half of the game much stronger than the first half, with Jeremiah Smith going for a 60-yard touchdown. Soon after that, running back Quinshon Judkins would then reel in another touchdown for the Buckeyes, further extending their lead. The Buckeyes would be further motivated after a controversial targeting call against them would result in Arvell Reese being ejected from the game late in the fourth quarter. Immediately after this, with just a minute left, Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola would throw an interception that would be caught by Ohio State cornerback Jordan Hancock to seal the game, resulting in the final score being 21-17, with the Buckeyes coming out on top. Ohio State will next face Penn State in what is supposed to be a very, very highly anticipated game. For Lantern TV, I'm Daniela Davila.